Well, good morning, guys, from another beautiful looking day in Lac de Serponçon, Embrun. Looks like it's going to be another good one. No wind at the moment, but that's normal for this time in the morning. But it's looking like it's going to be a clear day, which is perfect. As long as there's sun here, there is wind. So I'm looking forward to getting out on the water again this afternoon. Now, hopefully, we have cleared up the problems from yesterday's question and answer session whereby the chat wasn't working. Fingers crossed. So it seems to be a bit better. Let's see. If I ignore you in the chat again, it's not on purpose. Let's just see if Facebook is playing ball or if it's playing silly buggers again. Who knows? Who knows how it's going to work? So today what I want to talk about is the stuff that I've basically been doing, because obviously this quest of mine, this quest to become this kick-ass kite surfer in a year, a lot of what I'm focusing on is what I'm doing off the water, simply because I believe that that's the part that will make the biggest difference. You know, I spend maybe 90 minutes a day on the water, not at the moment, but the rest of the day I'm off the water doing other stuff. And for me, that's the most important time, because if I can hit the water every single with tons and tons of energy, then I'm gonna crack this. If I can't, then this is all, you know, if I'm going on the water every time, it doesn't matter how many times I get out, if I'm just going out and mowing the lawn each time, it's not going to work. So what I want to talk about today is what I think is and what I've seen time and time again with the people that I work with, is the most important key for peak performance. Hello there, Victoria. Yes, the chat is working. Awesome. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining, and thank you for proving the chat is actually now working. Yeah, made a few changes last night. It was something I was doing, so I think I've now got chat working again. I'm very glad to say. Okay, so yeah, as I was saying, the one thing that we change all the time, and it instantly, that thing is diet. Now, before you disappear, because as soon as I mention that word, everyone rolls their eyes at the ceiling. Oh my God, he's going to tell me to eat veg. Okay. The reason that this is so important, and it's so misunderstood, I'll also go through today why it's so misunderstood, but the reason it's so important is that in a nutshell, what you eat today becomes your body tomorrow. Now, it's like repairing a computer or a car, you know. If you repair it with top quality parts, that computer is going to keep working really, 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 really well. And actually, you know, you can improve the way it works over time. If you replace the graphics card with a better graphics card, a really well-crafted better graphics card, if you replace the CPU with a better well-crafted CPU, if you replace the motherboard, then actually in a year's time you can have a better computer than the one you started with. Same with a car, you know. It's the same with the human body. What you put into it literally turns into your cells within a few weeks. And a really interesting fact, the body that you are in now, in 2 years' time will be a totally different body. It will have changed into every single cell in that body will have changed. It will have been rebuilt. So your decision today is, in 2 years' time, do I want to be standing in a body that is built of the finest materials and operates 10 times better than it does today? Or am I happy to be in a body that's made of junk parts? And that decision comes down to the food that you eat. If you eat good food, it will rebuild your body well. If you eat junk, it will rebuild your body as junk. You know, garbage in, garbage out, the old programming saying. It's true with what we eat as well. So for me, this is the most important thing. Why? As well, because we do it 3 times a day. It's a decision that you are making often more, you know, often if we're snacking and things like this. I was speaking to a guy yesterday who eats 7 meals a day, you know. You think, well, that's seven opportunities a day, 7 choices a day where you can make this decision. Now, the other thing that you've got to realize, and that scientists are slowly realizing, that we've realized through working with clients doing this, and that I've realized myself through doing this, is that, hello there, Kimberly, how's it going? Good morning. Is that diet food is much more than just nutrition. When you eat anything, it sets off a cascade effect in your body, which basically tells the body what to do with it and how it works, and how to perform a myriad of other functions as well. And again, that will depend on the quality of the food that you eat. So if you eat good food, you will get good cascade effects. If you eat bad food, you will get negative cascade effects. And this thing works as a cycle. So more and more people are discovering that food can actually be used as medicine and is actually more powerful than medicine. It takes longer, but because it works... What's that? Picture and voice are out of sync. Awesome. Hopefully that will clear up. I think that I'm getting bad notices on my internet. Well, it's kind of up and down is my internet connection, so that's maybe why. Maybe I have to move spots for tomorrow. So yeah, food is medicine as well. Food will start rebuilding your body, because when your food is in sync with your body, when you're giving your body the food it wants to eat, your body will just get itself back in balance. It will restore itself to function. It will eliminate any functional problems and restore your performance to 100%. And this is what I'm talking about when I come to the fundamentals. Energy, the desire to get out, the ability to stay on the water for 90 minutes and really, really just bring it all the time. And for me, the absolute fundamental in that is diet. Now, the problem is that talking about diet is not sexy, because everyone bangs on about diet. We all know we should eat better. We all know, that we shouldn't go to McDonald's and do these things. But we still do it. And one of the big problems that I see is that there's so much, not misinformation, but confusing information out there, because the first rule that we learned as personal trainers is the law of individual differences, that basically states that everyone is different. And this is the big problem when it comes to diet, is that, let's say, I've changed my lifestyle by having a vegan diet. And suddenly for me, I've been 2 years vegan. I'm not vegan, but just this is a good example because it's a very well-known diet. I go vegan, 2 years, it changes my life. I then think, okay, veganism is the way to go. So I start telling everyone, you've got to become vegan, you've got to become vegan, you've got to become vegan. It's changed my life. Now, the next person becomes vegan, and within 2 months, they are half dead. Now, this is a very real thing, because everyone is built differently, and everyone is genetically, biologically, biochemically, we're very, very, very different. And what you will find is that one diet, which works really, really well for one person, will literally kill the next. So what I'm trying to say is there is no such thing as one human diet. So I cannot sit here and tell you, don't eat this, eat that, eat this, eat the other. It all needs personalizing to you. And I've been 10 years tweaking my diet, working out what does and what doesn't work. But I'm sure as hell not going to tell you to eat exactly what I eat, because it might work for you. It most likely won't. So what we've got to do is find a few base rules, a few base principles which seem to work across the board, and then personalize from there. And this goes to the heart of the NTX system that we're doing, and if you more about this on our website www.tantrumkitesurf.com. But the NTX system is basically this performance system designed to get the best out of you, and it's based around personalizing the experience to you, because this is where all these things go wrong. It's where all information on the internet goes wrong, because they try and fit one approach, whether it be diet, whether it be exercise, whether it be performance, whether it be learning, whether it be whatever. They try and fit one approach to a general population, and it just doesn't work. You have to individualize for each separate person. And this is why, you see so many arguments. One guy saying, oh, I'm a vegan, this is amazing, it's the best thing ever. If you eat meat, you'll die. And the next person, the paleo guy, is saying, I eat meat 3 times a day and I've never felt better. Well, yeah, it probably is. But it doesn't mean that it's going to work for you. It means that we've got to work out, based on your individual biochemistry, which of these is going to be the best for you. So this is just a little bit of a rant this morning, actually. I'm feeling a little bit feisty. But this is just kind of a really, really simple overview of my view on diet and why I see it as the most important factor, but also why for many people it's the most confusing. And again, just to come back to the principles of peak performance. One of the principles of peak performance is that you practice you identify the 20% that's important, the fundamentals, and you practice them over and over and over and over again. And this is why diet is so boring for most people, because it's just not sexy. You know, they'd rather take a supplement, take the latest nootropic, take the latest, you know, performance enhancing drug, and just get this instant kick. But what I'm trying to tell you is, unless you've got the basics in place and you practice the fundamentals day after day after day after day, whether it's in kite surfing, whether it's in what you eat, whether it's in whatever you do, all the sexy stuff on top of it is not going to make any kind of difference. Okay, so that's me, rant over. quite an impassioned one today, but it's a Friday and I'm feeling good. I had a good night's sleep last night. Wind's looking good, so I'm feeling a bit boisterous. So yeah, sorry if that was a bit of a rant, but I'm quite passionate about this, as you can tell, because it's something that we see make huge differences in people in literally a week. And it's funny because we're putting some guys through the case study of the NTX system, the online NTX system at the moment, and they're on week 1, and they're already, you know, on day 1 of making some changes. We've already had some incredible results. So it literally is, it's rapid how quick you can make changes with this. So again, if you're interested in the NTX system, go and visit our website, www.tantrumkitesurf.com. You'll find more information about it on there. And I'm off for the weekend for these morning ones. I'll be back on Monday morning. I will be in the group, hopefully showing you some of my latest tricks on the water. But I'll be doing these Facebook Lives again on Monday. So I will speak to you guys on Monday. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.